So I have some questions. How much money will it take to make you really happy? How big of a house will it take to satisfy your every desire? Or what type of car would you consider to be your dream car? Would you get in your feelings if I told you that none of those things will ever bring you lasting satisfaction? Yeah, you'll get some temporary contentment, but it won't be long before you're chasing more money, a bigger house, or a fancier car. I call it the pursuit of happiness, and that pursuit has a lot of people very unhappy. You'll see why in a few moments. There's a super rich king in the Bible named Solomon. He is the perfect example of a man who had everything and ultimately realized he had nothing. I read one estimate that put his peak net worth at about $2 trillion. And if you read about all the things that he bought and all the things that he did with all that money, you might get a headache. But when King Solomon was done buying everything he wanted and enjoying all the pleasures of life his money could buy, this is how he summed it all up. It was meaningless, like chasing the wind. Now, don't get me wrong. I like nice things too. I love all my Apple products. If it's made by Apple, I want to buy it. And I just might cut you if you try to take them away from me. But Solomon learned a lesson back then that Jesus wants us to learn today. Money and material possessions will never bring lasting happiness. Instead, they usually create more problems than solutions, especially if they're not managed in a way that honors God. Listen to what the Bible has to say about it. First, it says, beware. Guard against every kind of greed, for life is not measured by how much you own. You know, a lot of people spend money they don't have to buy things they don't need to impress people they don't like. Then the Bible says, and what do you benefit if you gain the whole world but lose your own soul? In other words, if your whole life is spent trying to get rich or die trying, you will lose your soul because you never made time to pursue a right relationship with Jesus. You see, there's no amount of wealth, fame, education, or success that will ever fill that God-sized void in your heart. That void can only be filled by a relationship with Jesus. And until Jesus fills that void, regardless of how much financial, material, or any other type of success you achieve, you will always have that nagging feeling that something is missing.